Ladies and gentlemen, the World Boxing Super Series is in the midst of Season 2 as we have started off in Japan, went to Russia, and now the World Boxing Super Series has come to Orlando, Florida. We now get set for our Cruiserweight quarterfinal matchup. The World Boxing Super Series features the best fighting the best across 3 different weight divisions. The winner of the tournament will take home the coveted, the most important prize in all of boxing, the Muhammad Ali Trophy, named in honor of the greatest of all time, Muhammad Ali. And now Orlando, Florida. It is time for our World Boxing Super Series Cruiserweight quarterfinal matchup. It is time for Mateusz Masternak and Yuniel Dorticos. And now please welcome to the arena, Mateusz Masternak.
Known as Master, Mateusz Masternak is a vastly experienced and physically strong fighter with a good jab and robust chin. With 41 wins from 45 bouts and with a 62% knockout rate, Masternak's last defeat came in a tough, competitive contest with Tony Bellew for the European title. Since then, the Pole has been on a winning streak of 5 fights. Please welcome to the arena, Mateusz Masternak. Knockout rate, Masternak's last defeat came in a tough, competitive contest with Tony Bellew for the European title. Since then, the Pole has been on a winning streak of 5 fights. Please welcome to the arena, Mateusz Masternak. Knockout rate, Masternak's last defeat came in a tough, competitive contest with Tony Bellew for the European title. Since then, the Pole has been on a winning streak of 5 fights. Please welcome to the arena, Mateusz Masternak.
And there he is, Mateusz Masternak comes to the ring today with a record of 41-4, coming off some very impressive victories. Had a very good win over former world champion Yuri Kalenga. Also beaten other contenders like Stevens Bajal, 16-1, Ismail Salai, 25-3. Very good win over Eric Fields, 24-3. Close decision loss to former WBC Cruiserweight World Champion Tony Bellew. So Masternak comes into the ring tonight with a lot of confidence, having known that he's performed at the highest level, and when he's gotten there, he's always done very well. So he will have his hands full tonight with the KO doctor, Yuniel Dorticos.
And now please welcome the former WBA Cruiserweight Champion of the World, Yuniel, the KO Doctor, Dorticos.
Nicknamed the KO Doctor, Yuniel Dorticos is one of the biggest punchers in world boxing, with a 91% knockout ratio. A former WBA Cruiserweight champion, Dorticos has 22 wins from 23 fights, his one loss coming to Murat Gassiev in the WBSS Season 1 Cruiserweight semi-finals. With 17 wins inside the first 3 rounds, the Cuban is a devastatingly brutal starter. Please welcome to the arena, Yuniel Dorticos.
And on his way to the ring now, the KO Doctor, Yuniel Dorticos, coming off a very difficult loss in Russia, and his last fight, a fight that was very competitive going into the 12th round.
Main event of the evening. It is a matchup in the World Boxing Super Series Cruiserweight quarterfinal tournament. The winner will go on to fight Andrew Tubiti in the semifinals. It's all brought to you by Camosa AG and sanctioned by the WBA. Your 3 judges scoring this contest will be from the United States, Fred Flutie, from Canada, Jeremy Hayes, and from Panama, Ignacio Robles. And your referee in charge when the bell sounds from the United States, Telis Asimenios. Introducing first, fighting to my left out of the red corner, he comes in wearing the black with the white. Official weight 198.8 pounds. His record an impressive one, 41 wins, 28 of those by knockout against 4 losses. Fighting out of Warsaw, Poland. Ladies and gentlemen, here is Mateusz, the Masternak. And across the ring, his opponent fighting to my right out of the blue corner. He comes in wearing the red with the white. As a professional, he's near perfect. 22 wins, 21 of those by way of knockout against 1 loss. Fighting out of Miami, Florida by way of Havana, Cuba. Here's the number 2 seed in the tournament and is the former WBA Cruiserweight Champion of the World. Ladies and gentlemen, damas y caballeros, presentando Yuniel, the KO Doctor, Dorticos. And once again, here to give instructions, Telis Asimenios.
La camisa, quita la camisa.
Gentlemen, you have received instructions in the dressing rooms. Obey my commands at all times. Protect yourselves at all times. Shake hands, good luck, and God bless.
Yuniel Dorticos, From Cuba, Mateusz Masternak from Warsaw, Poland. This promises to be a very exciting fight. Look, both guys come in with a lot of power. Both guys have very high knockout percentages. Dorticos coming off that very tough loss against Gassiev over in Russia. Round one begins. Here we go.
It is Yuniel, Dorticos, Mateusz Masternak, Ray Flores, BJ Flores. The winner goes on to fight Andrew Tabiti in the semifinals.
Just a very good matchup, Ray. Especially, talking to the people in the boxing world about what this matchup actually provides. You got the Masternak. He's widely respected in the boxing community as a guy who's a very big puncher.
Big shot that shook up Masternak there moments ago, BJ.
A jab to the body. Excuse me, that Dorticos is widely regarded as a guy who's a very big puncher, can knock you out at any time during the fight. Masternak known as a tough, gritty veteran, a guy who goes distance with everybody. He went the distance with former WBC champion Tony Bellew, who has proven that he's one of the best cruiserweights in the world. So Masternak is not a guy that goes away easily, Ray. And Dorticos, they don't call him the KO doctor for nothing.
No question about it. I mean, having a 91% knockout percentage on your dossier speaks volumes. His only loss came at the hands of Murat Gassiev in the semifinals last year in a matchup that was a war. Masternak has only been stopped once before in his career.
Gregory Jones, I remember it very well, and Gregory Jones was a fighter who had only lost one time at the time when he stopped Masternak, but a very tough fighter, a good Russian fighter as well. So nice jab to the body by Masternak.
Nice straight right hand that connected by Dorticos.
And I'm going to tell you right now, one thing Masternak has to be careful about is whenever Dorticos starts landing his punches, that he doesn't try to stand straight up. He needs to drop underneath some of those shots and make him miss, because Dorticos is not a guy that you can catch his punches on the arms and the gloves for all 12 rounds.
Good right hand to the body by Dorticos moments ago. Masternak didn't like that too much. He steps inside with a couple left hooks.
Very physically strong Masternak, Ray. And I like his punch selection so far when he's choosing to shoot the body in the head.
We remember Yuniel Dorticos blasting out Dmitry Kudrashiev with one punch. I mean, we were there in San Antonio, and what a thudding shot that was. It was a one-punch knockout.
And Dorticos, Ray, is one of those guys that just has very heavy hands. He always has. You can't teach the kind of power that Dorticos has, but he needs to be careful that he doesn't get complacent here. He lets his hands go and, just kind of rolls into it. Doesn't need to look for that one specific knockout punch. That's not how it comes.
Nice jab that caught the jaw of Masternak.
Good first round for Masternak, though.
Bardzo ładnie, balansuje zawodnik. Wypukaj szczękę.
See some good action here in the first round. I really like the way Masternak got his left hand going. He used an educated left jab to the head into the body. You see a nice body jab by Dorticos there, knocking Masternak off balance. And then a bit later, more good work on the left hand from Dorticos.
And there we see Yuniel Dorticos, the former champion, trained by Eric Castaño. And the funny part about it is that there is internet footage that shows Dorticos flooring Castaño during a training session by accident. So that just goes to show you the kind of power that Dorticos has. He accidentally knocked out his trainer.
I think I saw that video actually, and I didn't laugh at the time. Now that I found out he was okay, though, then and only then did it become funny. And I look in this second round for Dorticos to pick up the pace a little bit, start to use his left hand a little more, incorporate his right hand in. That's probably his heaviest punch, his right hand straight to the body and the head. Very solid punches there, you see it. Beautiful right hook to the body as well.
Big right hand, and now Dorticos on the attack.
you see a very physically strong Masternak completely, you know, kind of handcuffed by those punches. You don't want to get into an exchange with Dorticos. You kind of want to let him throw and then look for ways to get at him. Don't punch at the same time. Good left jab by Masternak. I love that left jab to the body, and that's going to be, you know, very important in keeping Dorticos off balance.
Dorticos steps in with a left hook that misses Masternak.
Nice little left up jab by Masternak. Very effective punch. Nice right hand by Masternak. Tried to set it up with that long sweeping left hook.
Masternak looking for that opening. Dorticos isn't giving him much thus far, BJ.
No, he hasn't. I'm going to tell you right now, Ray, this is one of those fights where Masternak is going to have to be very careful not to make any mistakes. You know, he could be winning the entire fight, and one punch from Dorticos can change the entire thing. But I like how high the hands of Masternak are. He's been well schooled, and he realizes that when Dorticos punches, there could be grave danger. Nice overhand right from Masternak. And something we got to take into consideration, Ray, the last time Dorticos was in the ring, he was knocked out by Maria Garcia. So we'll see if that took any effect on his confidence. We'll see how he came a little tentative here. Nice right hand
by Dorticos. And now Dorticos has Masternak going backwards. Another one. Masternak absorbing heavy leather from Dorticos.
The body attack is key. You see the punching power of Dorticos when he decides to let it go. There's not much anybody in this cruiserweight division can do about it. And you see why they call him the KO Doctor, Ray. Very heavy-handed.
Dorticos is picking up the pressure. And that's the end of the second.
Le ha quitado velocidad, ¿lo viste? Respira por el puso ahora le quitando velocidad, ¿viste? Pero puntea, súbeme la mano adelante, súbeme las dos manos, no te confíes, no te confíes, no te confíes.
And looking back in that second round, we see a nice right hand straight to the chin of Masternak. A very good punch from Dorticos. He really started to get it going in that second round.
And here is Dorticos.
Got it?
And there you see Mateusz Masternak. Round 3, this one's scheduled for 12. And BJ, I don't know if it's going to last 12.
Well, you know, what we've seen based on the career of Dorticos is that he's a very explosive puncher. When he gets his guys in trouble, he gets them out of there. So it'll be interesting to see if Masternak has the defensive awareness to be able to, you know, evade the offensive attack of Dorticos for the entire 12 or the entire 10 rounds. Masternak is very good offensively. He shoots a lot of punches. He's up and down. He's working well. But that's not the question here tonight, Ray. The question is, does he have enough defense to keep a very hard-punching Dorticos off of him?
Dorticos has been going to the body, and then he had Masternak flustered in that second round.
He did, and he's got to be careful not to let Dorticos get it going like that. Dorticos is like a tidal wave. It starts off kind of small, but once it gets going, it builds up a little momentum, and it's impossible to stop, and he's just that type of puncher.
It's a big right hand over the top for Dorticos. Another one smashing into Masternak. Two big right hands. And now Dorticos going on the offensive.
It was a left hook that started it all, Ray, and that straight right hand of the body is going to be the key.
Masternak is eating a bevy of right hands, and now I believe that there is a cut underneath his left eye. His face is reddened.
We talked about it earlier. Masternak, it's a very bad smart strategy for him to attempt to catch the punches of Dorticos off his gloves and his arms for all 10 rounds. It doesn't work. He needs to involve some head movement immediately and make Dorticos miss. I would love to see Dorticos start to incorporate that left jab to the body now as Masternak's retreating.
Masternak has a laceration outside his left eye, and there is a cut underneath his right eye as there's under a minute to go in round 3.
Nice left hook a moment ago from Masternak. You know, the guy's got grit. He's not 41-4 for nothing, Ray. In this boxing business, nobody gives you anything, and he earned all those victories, so he's proving his mettle in there a bit tonight here in the 3rd round. Nice body shot.
Big right hand that connected as Dorticos chasing down Masternak. Masternak cut underneath his right eye and outside of his left eye.
Beautiful 1-2-1 combination from Masternak a second ago. Very effective. He snapped the head back of Dorticos with that final left hand.
And that's the end of 3.
Teraz jak ty będzie tak rzeczywiście zajmował, obniżasz się.
Beautiful left hook right hand a moment ago from Dorticos. He showed why he's called the KO doctor, and you see him timing that perfectly.
Look at that straight right hand. Bang! That started the cut outside of his left eye. Round number 4. This one's scheduled for 12.
Nice.
Yuniel Dorticos opening up cuts outside the left eye of Mateusz Masternak.
And I want to see more of that jab to the body of Dorticos. Very effective punch. You see how square Masternak is. He's very broad in the upper body, so it could be difficult for him to get his body profile in position to evade that jab to the body. So if he's going to be square, take advantage. Stab that jab right downstairs.
Masternak is trying to create openings, but when he tries to be offensive, BJ, he gets leveled with big right hands.
Well, it's obvious Dorticos is the harder puncher. And this is what I'm talking about whenever he gets that momentum going. Masternak has got to do something to stop Dorticos from continuing to follow him around with those big power punches.
A nice right hand on the belt line. Telesasimanios warning Dorticos about keeping them up, but that seemed to hit the belt line, BJ.
That was a clean shot that definitely wasn't low. It was just a little above the belt line, actually. And even anywhere on the belt line is kind of a fair shot. So good body work, and Dorticos needs to continue to dig down there. You see Masternak kind of turning away there, and he kind of caught him on the side of the back. That mixed attack, though, Ray, body head from Dorticos is what's going to cause a spectacular knockout later in the fight. Get Masternak thinking about those body shots, and the KO doctor comes up top to finish the show.
Well, Dorticos, 17 of his 21 knockouts have come inside 3 rounds. He's just gone the distance one time in his professional career. Nice left hook. That connected by Dorticos.
And Masternak also connected with a nice right hand at the same time. You see, he's European, he's not the smoothest, he's not the slickest, but he's a very physically strong, he's in shape, he comes to win. So Masternak is, game if anything, and he's going to provide a very stern test tonight for Dorticos because he is in shape and he does believe he can win this fight. Nice combination from Masternak.
Masternak is giving a very good account of himself, BJ. He's having more offense here in this fourth round.
Those straight punches against Dorticos are the main punches you want to focus on. Masternak needs to be careful he doesn't exchange.
And here is Masternak, boom, right there on the jaw of Dorticos.
A straight right hand right down the middle, Ray. Beautiful shot from Masternak, and he had some success with those straight punches in the last round. We talked about that, and he needs to continue to do more of that if he wants to be successful for the remainder of the fight.
Nie stoimy, balansujemy.
And here is Dorticos. They continue with this cruiserweight quarterfinal matchup between Yuniel Dorticos and Mateusz Masternak. Thus far, BJ, Dorticos seems to be more of the hard-hitting power puncher and also is getting the better of the exchanges and dictating the pace of the fight.
Well, he's definitely landing the harder punches, Ray, but at the same time, Masternak did a lot of good work in that last round. You know, I'd love to see the punch stats from round number 4 because Masternak landed a lot of good stiff shots on the outside.
Big right hand that backed up Dorticos, or that backed up Masternak.
And how did that start? That started with a jab up, a jab down, and a right hand up. Those combination punching makes it so much easier for Dorticos to you know, be himself. He lands those KO punches when he shoots the combinations.
Dorticos is so fundamentally sound, BJ. And I don't know if Masternak has the gas tank to be able to outwork Dorticos because he's thinking a lot, but Dorticos seems to be so comfortable.
He does, Ray. And you know, one thing about Masternak you never have to worry about, though, is my guy in shape? Obviously, always comes to every fight in shape, and you know, decision losses to Tony Bellew and late round stoppages to a guy like Gregory Droz, who was an absolute monster, you know, 5 years ago when he took the fight, shows that Masternak is always game to play till the end. So Dorticos he's got to be careful as well that he doesn't get too complacent with this guy.
Well, Dorticos should not allow Masternak to hang around because if that is the case, Masternak does have the wherewithal to potentially cause some issues to Dorticos.
100%, but you know, Ray, sometimes easier said than done. Don't let Masternak hang around. Look, he's only been stopped one time in 45 fights for a reason because he is a tough guy. So Dorticos has got to mix that body and head attack up and see if he can land one of those punches.
Under a minute left here in round 5. To be able to withstand the power of Tony Bellew, I think is an indicator as to how tough Masternak truly is.
And he fought Tony Bellew in the beginning of his cruiserweight campaign, actually. So Tony had just moved up from 175 to 200, had a couple good victories. I believe he knocked out a Brazilian guy, and then he fought Masternak next. And Masternak took him all 12, and I think if you could ask Tony Bellew if what happened in that fight, I think Tony would tell you, hey, Masternak is a very tough fighter and a lot to learn in a fight like that. So a lot of good experience for Tony moving into a very deep cruiserweight division.
Now the thought process in this fight is that if Masternak can get past these rounds and he can start to take over, thus far that has not been the case, but we will see what happens as we endeavor into round number 6.
He's landed some more good straight shots in this round, Ray, and that's what we talked about were his key to victories. Stay on the outside. He needs to start first.
Go punch! Go punch! Dobra runda. Ale więcej musi być agresji, jakiś lewy.
Więcej musi się dziać. I nie może być przerwy. Jemu wystarczy siły. On chce dużo przetrwać. Słyszysz? Nie dajemy, jak on chce odpoczywać, to my robimy robotę. A dalej...
It's a lot of good action here in this matchup, BJ.
Nice straight right hand. Dorticos setting it up with a jab, then a left hook to kind of get the guard of Masternak to the side so he can bring that straight right hand down the middle. Didn't land cleanly, but you still see the power on all those shots from Dorticos, Ray.
Round 6, this one's scheduled for 12. Also wanting to let you know that this is a WBA Cruiserweight Eliminator. Yuniel Dorticos, the former world champion, battling Mateusz Masternak. The winner will go on to fight Andrew Tabiti. Also, another item of note, BJ, is that, you know, Dorticos, or the winner of this fight, I mean, it's still up in the balance considerably. Wonder how they're going to be able to recover, especially when their matchup with Andrew Tabiti looms presumably in the middle of the winter, January or February.
I think, you know, based on how this fight goes, they'll kind of, you know, look and see when the most appropriate time for the fight is. But obviously this looks like it's on pace to be a very bruising fight, so I can't see either fighter fighting again, you know, by January, to be honest with you. I'd be very surprised.
Well, Dorticos has not absorbed much, but he has certainly been delivering quite a bit to Mateusz Masternak.
You'd be surprised, Ray. Some of those shots from Masternak are getting in there a little better than they look like out here. Those straight shots really hurt, and he's bringing them right down the middle. So Dorticos just got an outstanding chin, and he's so game. But he doesn't let anybody know. But those shots hurt a little more than we might think.
Well, at least visually, BJ, is what I'm imploring. Is it doesn't appear as if anything's, you know, aesthetic to where it could be a cut as of this juncture of the fight.
Correct.
Which I think is very big. And now Dorticos, a left hook to the body, followed by a right hand across the top.
Nice right hand from Masternak a second ago. He's trying to time and get in the pockets of Dorticos and catch him with something to get a little more respect. Very nice combination punching from Masternak. Jab up, right hand down, left hook up. Very intelligent. Dorticos stayed home with his hands and caught him off.
Under a minute left here in round 6.
3 punches again, Ray. And that's how he's finding success on the outside.
Yuniel Dorticos, the 31-year-old, or the 32-year-old, let's stand corrected, out originally from Cuba, now fighting out of Miami. Masternak comes forward, but thus far it has been the Yuniel Dorticos show, at least through the first half of the fight, but a crushing right hand that found its mark for Masternak.
I see Masternak doing very well in this round, Ray, and the reason why is because he's shooting 3 punches at a time, mixing his jab up, and he's really showing his experience here in this 5th round.
We're headed to the second half of the fight. And here is Mateusz Masternak having success.
A lot of good straight punches from Masternak, Ray, and you see Dorticos coming right back. Like, look, you're not going to hit me without me getting you back. And, you know, Dorticos mixing in some nice body work there as well, and really starting to take the team out of Masternak.
And again, the action hot and heavy. Yuniel Dorticos, Mateusz Masternak. The winner has a date with Andrew Tabiti in the World Boxing Super Series semifinals. If you would have told me coming into this fight, BJ, that we would not see a knockdown thus far, I'd say you would probably be wrong. But, well, now we see that interesting stat that just came across. Masternak has been 12 rounds 4 times. Dorticos has never been 12. A full 12. He was stopped in the last round against Murat Gassiev, but he's never been a full 12. Masternak has been a full 12 4 times.
And that's a big edge and experience, Ray. That's a lot of confidence. It's a lot of experience, a lot of rounds that Masternak has fought, and he's fought against very good opposition. So if you think, or if you're fooled into thinking that he's not going to use that experience in this fight, you're wrong, because, look, Masternak is as game as they come. And he didn't get the memo that he's supposed to lose tonight.
A straight right hand that connected by Dorticos. A jab followed by a right hand as we're at the halfway mark of round 7.
No hold! Break! Don't punch! Don't punch! Break!
Overhand right by Dorticos.
And he started with the jab to the body, trying to set Masternak up, trying to drop his hands down and bring the overhand right up top. Good idea.
We got to give credit to the, and that is going to the canvas was Masternak, but willed to slip or push. The corner of Masternak has gotten the bleeding under control. You really haven't seen much bleeding outside that left eye of Masternak.
No, you haven't. They've done a great job as corner. Definitely not affecting Masternak, and if it is, it's affected him in a positive way because he's really starting to open up in these last couple rounds.
A very good right hand to the body, followed by an uppercut. Talas Esimenios warning about holding behind the head to Dorticos. Veteran-like move out of the Cuban. That laceration opening up again outside the left eye of Masternak as round 7 has come to a close.
Ubiera, nie ma zdrowia. Pięknie, udaje, kombinuje. Spokojnie, woda. Nie ma zdrowia, jest dobrze. Ale potrafisz uderzyć i odejść, czyli już wchodził jeden. Tylko nie dodajemy za dużo części, ale dalej szukamy tego prawego na drugie tempo.
They're complaining for Vaseline on his body. Make sure we don't put any extra. Okay? No. Vaseline in the body.
Vamos, vamos, ahora no. No agua.
No agua. We're gonna take the water away from him. Mira cómo está esto. Get out. Let's go.
Round 8, this one is scheduled for 12. Yuniel Dorticos, Mateusz Masternak, the winner, collides against Andrew Tabiti. BJ through 7, how do you have it?
I haven't been scoring the fight on an individual round basis. I've just been kind of watching and enjoying the fight as a fan, and I feel like Dorticos started the fight well. He had a lot of momentum, and Masternak over the last couple rounds is kind of creeping back into the fight. So, I'm not sure what the scorecard's read now, but it could be as wide as 3 to 4 rounds, or it could be, within 1 or 2 rounds. So, depends what you like.
Masternak pressing, trying to press Dorticos, and Dorticos backs him up with a right hand to the body.
You could hear that thud right when it landed, Ray. Such great leverage in the shots of Dorticos. He really puts his entire body and gets full leverage from his hips when he punches, and that's why he generates so much power.
He's also very well balanced. His balance is impeccable as Yuniel Dorticos. He's always in a position to throw a punch, like right there. Masternak throws some, but he gets hammered with the left hook to the body.
Nice combination punching from Masternak a second ago. He realizes there's big risks when he shoots punches, but look, he's in here to win, and he's really rolling the dice today and taking shots. He's shooting a lot of punches. He's not intimidated by Dorticos, and he came here to win tonight. Very good performance. Nice left hand by Masternak. nice left uppercut by Masternak.
Masternak got in a sneaky left hook, left uppercut, I stand corrected. And now he steps in with a left hook.
And you know, talking to Callus Sauerland this morning, he wasn't surprised that this fight's in the 8th round right now. He said, look, if Masternak gets going, he could very easily win this fight. He's a very game competitor. He's very tough. So, you know, Callum might have had a bit of a crystal ball when it comes to what's going to happen tonight, because he's seen Masternak for a number of years and worked together with Sauerland, and they've done a lot of fights together.
Well, Callus Sauerland is certainly a bright mind in boxing, so he knows. And unbeknownst to the rest of the public, neither man has blown out the other. And look at Masternak. Masternak loves this action. He loves mixing it up with Dorticos. I don't know of anybody that loves to do that against that guy, the KO doctor. But Masternak apparently does.
Stop, stop, stop! No punch, no punch!
And you see, as soon as the ref is done breaking him, Masternak takes a step back and immediately charges forwards again. He's trying to wear Dorticos down, and I think Masternak's the physically stronger guy, just not the harder puncher, but he's landed some very good shots in this 8th round.
Stop, stop, stop! No punch, no punch!
That ends the round.
Please watch the water. Watch the water.
Yeah, I watch the water.
Cerrado, respira por ahí. Abre. Cuidado, Abre. Dale. Respira, respira, masajelo un poquito.
And this was a quality round from Mateusz Masternak. As we get ready for round 9, this one's scheduled for 12.
You see Masternak almost sprint off his chair at the beginning of the round, right? He's got a lot of confidence that he's the fighter that's in better shape. So, you know, Masternak's trying to impose his will on Dorticos.
BJ Masternak is 1 year younger than Dorticos, but he has double the fights. Left hook to the body by Masternak.
Stop!
A sharp right hand that caught the left side of the ribcage of Masternak. Overhand right that connected for Masternak, but Dorticos responds.
You see Dorticos kind of loading up with that overhand right. I would like to see him go back to his combinations. The 1 up, the 2 down, the 3 up. The 1 down, the 2 up, the 3 up.
There was a laser right hand by Dorticos that got through the guard of Masternak. And now Dorticos is starting to pick up the pace here in round 9.
No hold, no hold, no hold. Break, break, break!
Nice jab to the body by Masternak.
But he gets tattooed with the right hand from Dorticos.
And you know, what a great performance by Masternak coming over here all the way from Europe.
Yeah, from Poland. Masternak covering up. A left hook to the body by Dorticos. And now the fans that have come to support Dorticos from Miami are rising to their feet. A big right hand that lands for the KO doctor.
Stop, 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 stop!
And you hear the fans on the outside chanting Cuba, Cuba. They want Dorticos to go for the knockout, but Masternak is so game tonight. He's doing a lot of good things. got to be very impressed with the performance. This guy comes all the way over from Poland, like we talked about earlier, just as game as they come, Ray.
Only been stopped once in his professional career. Dorticos trying to become the second guy to stop him.
And I've got a pretty strong feeling that that wasn't the same Mateusz Masternak that we're seeing tonight. That was a younger version. That was a more inexperienced version. This version that Dorticos of Masternak is getting is a much different fighter than he was almost 7 years ago.
Masternak with straight punches, but then he got clobbered with a big right hand from Dorticos. He seems to be wobbled as round 9 is getting ready to evaporate, and that's it. Round 9 in the books.
Big overhand right from Dorticos at the end of the round there. A lot of good action, and you know, eventually we knew sooner or later that punch was going to land. Masternak took it pretty good, and he's weathering the storm.
And the action picking up, my goodness, between the two.
A lot of good quality punching from Masternak right there. From Dorticos, and just more good work. Like I said, he's like that tidal wave that once he gets going, it's very difficult to stop him because he is so heavy-handed.
Sube a la izquierda, no me la tira bien. Y cierra con el ojo, coincide con la primera. No se sube mucho. Ostatnia runda.
Seconds out. Out, please.
Ostatnia runda, Matt. No.
Round 10, this one is scheduled for 12. Ray Flores, BJ Flores, Yuniel, Dorticos, Mateusz Masternak battling here in Orlando.
Such an important punch for Masternak right now is that left jab to the pit of the stomach. He's got to use that punch. The hands of Dorticos are very high, so using that jab to the body will help to set up his headshots and lower the guard of Dorticos.
Big so right hand that connected for Masternak, but Dorticos responds with several of his own. A right hand to the body by Dorticos.
Nice right hand to the body return by Masternak. Both guys really banging away here, Ray. And both guys got a lot on the line. The winner takes a huge step back, or a huge step forwards.
Well, the winner advances and punches their ticket to the semifinals against Andrew Tabiti.
And Andrew Tabiti, I'm going to tell you right now, is a very different type of fighter than these two guys. He's not going to stand there and bang with you and trade. He's going to make you miss and try to counterpunch. So whoever fights Andrew Tabiti next is going to have to completely go to camp and revamp everything they worked on, because Tabiti is a very talented cruiserweight, a very good cruiserweight, and one that can make you definitely pay when you miss.
Well, he also has quite a bit of power, does Tabiti. But right now, it is a war of attrition between Yuniel Dorticos and Mateusz Masternak here in Orlando.
Good punching from Dorticos right there. I love him digging to the body. Such a key component to any good professional, especially in these later rounds. Getting to the body early and often.
Masternak looked up at the clock really quick to see how much time he has left in the round, as we have just under a minute remaining in the 10th round. This is an eliminator fight in the WBA cruiserweight, or in the cruiserweight division for the WBA.
The face of Masternak looks a bit like a pincushion. He's got those high cheekbones, but he's taking a lot of punches to really accentuate how high those cheekbones are. But just so game, so tough, continually coming forward, walking through some of Dorticos' best punches.
BJ, when you're hitting a guy that hard the way that Dorticos is, how bad and how sore do your hands feel in the morning?
Oh, it depends on the rap, but it's just, you're always going to be sore. Back, head, shoulders, everything. But your hands sometimes are the worst part. And how hard Dorticos hits with the type of chin and the type of head that Masternak has, it's a recipe for some very sore hands tomorrow morning, right?
As we have 2 more rounds remaining between Yuniel Dorticos and Mateusz Masternak. And let's take a look back, and they're playing. What are they playing here? What is it, tennis or wiffle ball? Or that's Jason Maloney with his twin brother. Talk about a way to get yourself ready to go. I've never seen anything like that, BJ.
Jason playing Jason. Oh wait, that's his twin brother. There he is. But it's just something to get your your hands and your eyes moving together. A lot of guys do different drills like that before they start to warm up, and you know, whatever works. He's 17-0, so obviously so far so good, right?
Is that an Australia thing, or is that just a Jason Maloney thing?
I don't have paddles like that at my house, so I don't know.
Our main event coming up. 2 more rounds remaining, though, in this cruiserweight quarterfinal matchup between Yuniel Dorticos and Mateusz Masternak.
And Ray, we see it at the beginning of every round. Masternak jumps off the stool, goes to the middle of the ring, and really tries to apply some solid mental pressure on Dorticos. Dorticos is so calm and composed over there. Looking at the punch stats really quick, both guys have landed 146 punches in the 11th round so far through the previous 10 rounds. So a very even fight in terms of punches landed, Ray.
That's without a doubt, BJ, but you would have to give the ring generalship more towards Dorticos with how he's been handling the ring, and also he's been the one who's been initiating the action.
He's definitely landed the harder shots, Ray, but I feel like Masternak's made a very game effort to come on lately, and I feel like he's definitely won a few rounds in the cards. Is he winning the war? Probably not, but he's definitely won some of the battles along the way, and he's still in this fight.
It has been a riveting affair, especially with you see how much and the kind of punishment that Masternak has been absorbing, and he continues to press forward.
That temperament, a lot of good cruiserweights have come out of Poland. El Diablo of Ladarcha, Thomas Ademic from 175 moving up to 200. And recently, Robotsky, yes, and we see Masternak, who's been out of Poland. Cruiserweight come out of Poland. It's like they make good, competitive, tough cruiserweights in Poland. So I'm not sure what's in the water over there, but Masternak is just another great example of another solid cruiserweight coming out of Poland.
Yeah, they just churn them out, is what they do in Poland. Under a minute left here in round 11. Dorticos and Masternak are certainly going to enjoy a break away from the ring after this one. It's been a physically taxing battle, BJ.
It has, and what we were talking about earlier, you just can't imagine that either guy would be prepared to get back in the ring for a meaningful fight in less than 2 months. So I would say January is out of the question.
Yeah, that's really aggressive if they try to pit them in there against one another in January.
What's your head? Last time.
And Talis Asumenios warning Dorticos about leading with the head. As we near the conclusion of round 11, one more round left in this cruiserweight quarterfinal matchup between Yuniel Dorticos and Mateusz Masternak.
Ultimo round, non tiene lampi, non tiene lampi.
Last round, shake hands. El último round. Dale.
Aguántale. Vamos. Último round. Przywita się. Cierpliwie, ale szukamy jeszcze w każdym momencie tego prawego pomniżenia.
And in the corner of Masternak right there, Ray, you can see the exhaustion in his face. 1 round left, 3 minutes, and kind of change his life.
A huge 3 minutes in store. It is Yuniel Dorticos, who's trying to advance to the semifinals for the 2nd straight season. Mateusz Masternak, the 31-year-old out of Poland, trying to upset Dorticos, who is the number 2 seed in the tournament. A straight right hand down the center for Dorticos. Masternak goes to the canvas, an inadvertent push.
And neither fighter really did anything wrong. Masternak was leaning in and Dorticos spun out of the way. It's not Dorticos' job to hold Masternak up in a clinch. So, nothing wrong. And the referee kind of looked at Dorticos like, what'd you do? And can't blame him for that. Nice jab to the body. Two digging body shots from Masternak back.
Masternak coming forward. Dorticos got to be thinking, man, oh man, I did not sign up for this in the opening round. A fight that is that physically taxing on the body.
Yeah, I don't think either guy has a mentality that they didn't sign up for this. I think Masternak has been in enough wars. Dorticos got that amateur pedigree, and he's got world championship experience already with some of his earlier victories before he faced Gassiev, and it just, both guys knew they were in store for a tough fight, and both guys really delivered tonight.
They have brought their lunch pail and some, BJ.
Right, no punch, no punch.
Now they are wrestling as Mateusz, Masternak, and Yuniel Dorticos.
Both fighters, Ray, are extremely exhausted right here, and it's amazing how they're both able to come together and shoot these power punches. Dorticos really, I saw a second ago, look in his eye, kind of sucked it up and decided he was going to get some leverage on a couple good shots, and Masternak weathering the storm.
Stop, let's go, stop.
Masternak and Dorticos have certainly pushed each other in this cruiserweight matchup.
Let's go.
Good body shot a second ago from Masternak. And you see, he's been the busier guy lately, Ray. He really has in his 12th round. He's the busier fighter, and a lot of times judges give credit to that. Not to say that he hasn't done quality work too. Dorticos has as well, but I just like how busy and how assertive Masternak is. He's doing everything he can.
On your point, BJ, Masternak is stepping to Dorticos. That's exactly what he's doing. He's stepping forward, throwing punches, and trying to outwork the Cuban.
No, he definitely won this 12th round. He won a couple other rounds along the way, but I just don't know if it was enough.
Well, Masternak is, if he falters, it will not be because of lack of effort. Yuniel Dorticos, Mateusz, Masternak, fight to the bell as we await the decision in this cruiserweight quarterfinal matchup.
Both guys really earned their paychecks tonight, Ray. Great cruiserweight matchup. Winner of this fighting for the WBA World Cruiserweight title. Some good action here. Good work from Masternak in that 12th round. Look, both fighters landed their good shots, but I believe Masternak was a little busier of the two. Landed some clean shots and really applied a lot of pressure to Dorticos in that 12th and final round. See, near the end of the fight there, Masternak really trying to get his head in proper position to land more punches. Both guys just want a little more time, and what an entertaining, exciting fight between two of the toughest cruiserweights in the world.
Ladies and gentlemen, having gone the full 12 rounds, we go to the scorecards. Here are your score totals. Judge at ringside, Fred Flutie, scores the contest 116-112. And Jeremy Hayes and Ignacio Robles have the bout 115-113 for your winner by unanimous decision. And moving on to the semifinals of the World Boxing Super Series Cruiserweight Tournament, Yuniel, the KO Doctor. Dorticos.
A very close decision goes the way of Yuniel Dorticos. 116-112, 115-113. One round either way, and the fight could go a different direction. So, very competitive fight, and Masternak has nothing to be ashamed of. Let's go back up to Ray.
We are joined alongside by Yuniel Dorticos.